Welcome back, everyone. Before we start today's topic, which is antithyroid drugs, there is one very important thing to understand how the thyroid actually makes its hormones T3 and T4. If you know these steps of hormone synthesis, then every drug will suddenly make sense because every drug blocks a different step in this pathway. So first of all, we will go through what this hormones does to our body. The thyroid glands makes T3 and T4. These hormones control body's metabolism, heart rate, body temperature and energy. How T3 and T4 are made? First, iodide enters the thyroid. Iodide comes from the diet we take or supplements. Then it gets oxidized to iodine. Then iodine attaches to tyrosine on thyroglobulin. Thyroglobulin is protein template inside the thyroid on which T3 and T4 are built. After that, there is a coupling reaction between this monoiodotyrosine and diiodotyrosine. MIT plus DIT gives rise to T3 and DIT plus DIT gives rise to T4, which are these hormones. So now let's move to antithyroid drugs, which we basically gives in the patients with hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is a condition where the thyroid gland makes too much hormones, leading to symptoms like weight loss, heat intolerance, anxiety. To treat it, we use antithyroid drugs, which work by blocking different steps in hormone release synthesis. So the first antithyroid drugs we are going to study is thioamides, which includes methimazole and propylthiouracil, which is PTU. These are sulfur-containing thioamides. They inhibit thyroid hormone synthesis by blocking peroxidase catalyzed reaction like iodination of tyrosine residue or thyroglobulin. This is the first step these drugs will block, which we have studied earlier. And they blocks the coupling of DIT and MIT, which give rise to T3 and T4. And then in the end, they inhibit peripheral conversion of T4 to T3. So here is the point that T3 is more stronger than T4. In the peripheral body, this T4 is converted into T3 for better results. Thioamides do not inhibit release of preformed thyroid hormones. So basically it means that if a person with hyperthyroidism and we are giving them thioamide drugs, so we will see the action of the drugs in 2 to 4 weeks because it does not inhibit the preformed thyroid hormones. The preformed thyroid hormones will show their actions on a patient and we will see the result in 2 to 4 weeks. The toxic effects, which is like very important points for every drug we should know. Toxic effects include skin rash, vasculitis, which means inflammation of vessels, granulocytosis, and liver dysfunction. So next we have iodine salts, which inhibits the thyroid hormone release by inhibiting the iodination of tyrosine. And they also decrease the size and vascularity of gland. The adverse effect of these drugs includes rashes, drug fever, metallic taste, bleeding disorder, and anaphylactic disorder. The clinical use of this drug is it is used before surgery. Before thyroid gland surgery, patients are giving these iodide salts in tablet form or in syrup form. This temporarily shuts down hormone release and makes the gland smaller, softer, making surgery very easier. Also, the action of this drug is very fast and also it reversible, not irreversible. Next drug we have radioactive iodine, which is isotope of iodine. So when this drug goes inside a thyroid gland, it emits beta radiations, which causes the local destruction of thyroid follicular cells. So which eventually leads to the inhibition of hormones. Single dose is enough for permanent damage of gland. Contraindicated in pregnancy and breastfeeding. The last drug is anion inhibitors, which includes thiocyanate and perchlorate. These drugs blocks the entry of iodide into thyroid glands. No iodide means no T3 and T4 production. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe if you liked my video.